Well folks, as you can see, they're still busy building the film set for Robert the Bruce, the Outlaw King. They're building these little huts in front of the castle. Well, today I thought I was coming to see the crew build the set for Mary Queen of Scots, but again this turns out to be a new movie called The Outlaw King, and it's about Robert the Bruce. This is going to be a Netflix special which is supposed to be replacing the Game of Thrones for next year. Well, I was just talking to local people about the film set here, and I was trying to clarify what Robert the Bruce had to do with Craigmillar Castle, and it turns out absolutely nothing. Of course, Robert the Bruce was famous around the 1300s, and Craigmillar Castle came at least 100 years after that. So what was the reasoning of choosing this location? Well, some parts of the castle look very similar to Linlithgow Palace. I was trying to figure out what the crane was doing. It's actually placing an artificial archway of some sort into the castle grounds itself. Alright, when did they actually start filming here?
I have absolutely no idea, mate.
I've actually managed to get inside here in the film set of The Outlaw King. I'm going to take a wander around and see what they're getting up to. So I'm going to make my way to the top of the castle to get a better view of the movie set. I'm actually very surprised that I can get so close to it. Now, before I tell you a little bit about Robert the Bruce, Craigmillar Castle actually became famous because of Mary Queen of Scots. She actually stayed here in 1566 after she fell ill after the birth of her son, and she was subsequently imprisoned here a year later. We're going to make our way right to the top of the castle now. We're standing at the top of Craigmillar Castle looking down on the film set. I'm going to actually show you Edinburgh Castle. Now, of course, Edinburgh Castle's got real connection to Robert the Bruce. You can see there right in the middle in the distance is Edinburgh Castle. And on the right hand side you can see Arthur's Seat. There's actually an extinct volcano. You can actually see the magma flow pushing out the side there. And Edinburgh Castle itself is actually built on one of these magma flows. Now I'm actually very fortunate. I actually live just behind the trees that you can see in the background here. So I'm literally 500 meters away from the castle. Mind you, in Scotland, you're not that far away from any castle at any given point anyway. Actually, this is not the first movie about Robert the Bruce that was shot here. Back in 1996, they shot the movie called The Bruce at Craigmillar Castle. Now, a lot of you will be asking, who is Robert the Bruce? Well, he was actually regarded as one of the most successful kings in Scotland. Now, Robert the Bruce managed to unite all the Scots back in the 14th century and led a successful rebellion against the English, and he drove the English all the way back into England. So of course none of the actors have arrived yet. I believe they'll be on the 31st of October to do their filming. So I'm hoping to come along and see if I can catch a glimpse of some of the stars that are involved in this movie.